Hello everyone. So, doing a different angle this way. Thought it'd be nice just to see what this angle of the desk looks like. And then plus I have more space because then the pile of like DVDs and stuff I'd use as a tripod would be here and I wouldn't have much desk space. So, this finally came. The Moonchild Tarot by Danielle Noel. I nearly said Rebecca Campbell, but that's the other one that she worked with, Danielle. So this is Danielle's own deck. I've followed her Instagram since the day this was being started. I finally have it because I finally had the money for it, which is great. This is actually the one that went missing in the post, and she kindly enough sent me a replacement which isn't here yet, so I'm going to be dealing with that to send it back to the sender for that one, because she was really kind that even though there was like a technical issue with the tracking number when it was turning from a British one to an Irish one, she was amazing in helping me with that. And she said, look, if that lost one shows up, I'm sending it, or doesn't show up, I'm sending out a replacement regardless. And she was so nice about it. It wasn't Danielle, it was Hella, wait, it's not Danielle, hold on, I'll repeat that. I got this off Little Red Tarot, and the lady who runs it is called Helly or Beth. Helly and Beth are the two people I was talking to. They were so kind, their customer service was excellent. And it was my first time ordering off of Little Red Tarot, and they were very nice about sorting out, because like they understand like these are indie decks, they're expensive, all that lovely stuff. So let's open up Moonchild. I'm so excited, I was mixing up the names, so I'm sorry. If you hear wind, the window is open because my room is very stuffy. So yeah. Get all that. I love Danielle Noel stuff, because obviously I have the one with Rebecca Campbell she worked with, and I love the feel of that deck and the way it works. It's one of my first Oracle decks I got after a few of them. After the circus one, that's the first one I got. And do you know when you're starting off your collection and that world of tarot, when you're really getting into it, even though you've just got one deck? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. You're gonna hear my first reactions and everything. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a hefty book. That's actually a really hefty book. Oh, I like that. And each has a little pastel colour there. So you go, teal is cups, blue is swords, yellow is pentacles, and orange is wands. And at the back it's like just the tarot spreads, and then at the front here it's all the majors. I'm looking at it. I've only seen some bits of it, and I don't want to ruin it for myself. Oh, I'm so ready! Sorry, I'm gonna be really excited about this. I have a bin here beside me, so it's all handy. It's like a matte gold. Like, you think if you touch it, you'll get glitter on your hands. I remember some people in some groups were saying that they had some issues with the sides or scratches. I don't see any at the moment, but we'll go through it and see what happens. So I'm just going to give it a quick fan out, because they could be stuck together if they're not. They're all matte, so they feel exactly. That backing, it's like a foil. Ah, it's so pretty. This is why I want to do this, because the window's above the iPad now. Oh my goodness, guys, I can't. I've been wanting this deck for so long, and then I got a job, and then I lost it, and this is like the best timing for this deck. There's the Fool. That's a really pretty Fool card. It's like she's taking the leap, and then the wolf is like looking ahead for her. Oh, it's so pretty. The Magician. I haven't seen all of these. Obviously the one after this is the High Priestess, and that's the one that made me go, eat this. And the Star card gave it to me as well. The Magician. Very peaceful for a magician. Normally they look like they're hectic in the middle of doing something. the High Priestess. I love this. 2 pillars. It's just this dress, or whatever she's wearing. I have to stare at it for a bit. Oh, I'm going to be there for hours now staring at this. Oh, I like the Empress. How it's 3 women. Because that makes sense. Like, the mother, it can be a different person for depending on the person who's asking. Or she could be your friend, or she could be your mother. Do you know what I mean? Ooh, that Emperor. I like it. I don't know why I was thinking, like, it looks like a negative. Very pretty. I love her art style. Hard font. Oh my goodness, those lovers. Wow. What is that in the middle? Oh, it's just the gap of the it's the gap between them. So you can see the pyramid. I love how there's space. And oh, that's really pretty. The chariot. That's a really nice chariot. I love how there's no horses or sphinxes carrying it. It's like she's making her own journey. I love it. It's beautiful. Oh, the strength card, my goodness. I like it. I love how there's like this African lady here as well, and she's like doing this kind of yoga meditative state to calm the lion. Maybe say tiger. Oh, the hermit. Wow. It's like I'm going into my inner temple and being alone for a bit. I want to be on my own. I don't want to socialise with anyone. Everyone just go away. I like that. That's nice. Because we all want that at some point in our lives. Ooh, this is the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. I love this. I love how she does the Egyptian stuff. How she ties that in so beautifully, because the Egyptians were amazing. Justice. The Hanged Man. Wow. It's interesting. It's like he's suspended, but there's nothing there holding his foot. Normally there is. He's tied to a tree. And I like how he's just suspended, because he wants to see it in his own way. This death card is by far the most prettiest thing I've ever seen. And I probably want this all as a tattoo. My god. Like the skull, the snake, and another snake, the death moth, a butterfly, and the lady. It's like, it's all about death and ending, but the butterfly there is perfect because it shows you that it is a transformative state. So I love that. Skulls and roses are brilliant for tattoos anyway. Temperance. So that's Temperance. I love it. She's very well balanced, and I love how there's 3 stages of the moon up here. I can't, that's half moon. Oh, I'm getting used to it. I can't remember. It's one of the waxing stages, but I can't remember which one. Oh, that's a lovely deck. Wow. Devil. That's a really nice. It's really odd to see Danielle Noel do deep reds and magentas, because she's a very pastel based kind of art. So this is a nice devil card. Normally, like, you wouldn't think, oh, just do black and red and be done with it. But I like how she's done like this kind of dark magenta, and then the snake is like a lighter magenta, and then the devil is just there, like the old-fashioned art of him. I like it. It's a nice devil card, and I don't normally say that. The Tower. Very stereotypical, very typical tower card. But I like how the storm is within, and then this bit's coming out, and these 2 people are just falling. Very interesting how the storm is inside. Oh, the Star card. Can we just talk about this? I love her. I love this. This is beautiful. So pretty. Do you mind, neighbour? Nope, he's gonna be mowing his lawn. I'm going to leave it at that. The moon. I like that. It's like a passageway, like this the two pillars of the ladies. There's two dogs. The only thing I don't see is a crab or a lobster or something. Yeah, other than that, but just, you'd see that. If that wasn't there, you'd know that was a moon card, do you know what I mean? The sun. Frolicking in the sun. I like that. It's a nice card. Judgment. Oh, I can't remember the name. Is this Horus? I think it's Horus is the Egyptian god of judgment. Like, I think in Egyptian Egyptology, you go through him before you go to Anubis. I think. Or something like that. He's the one who, like, you know, lets you go up or down, whatever. I don't know what. Go through the fields, the wreathed fields or something. I did a lot of Egyptian studies when I was younger. I just found it fascinating. So, because it was very fascinating. I was like, how do they make a pyramid without maths? So, these are two additional cards. This is the universe. So this would be the world card, I find. So this is the world card, universe. It's bigger. Makes sense. This is the additional card, which is... Oh, there's two more. Oh, I didn't know there's two. Shadow work. Working on yourself, finding your inner path, and making sure you don't ignore what you should be doing. I don't know about shadow work. I'm still new to it, so that's a nice card to have. So it's like self-care kind of thing. Oh my goodness, there's three. Divine Wisdom. That's a new card. Moonchild, which is another additional card. Before we go into the minors, I'm going to look up on what these cards mean in the book. Because then we just move on and all that stuff. Bonus card. Bonus keys, they're called. Bonus keys. Okay, so shadow work. A mystic rests in quiet contemplation beneath the light of the full moon, infusing its ancient wisdom. Sorry, my finger's in the way. Within her own unique vibration. Here she works her inner spark through the transmutation and gleaning of the shadow. An important facet, my god, of her being which exists in balance and her light. Wow, that's actually really a nice card. So it's like, yeah, work on yourself and inner work and all that. That's what I was saying. Next up is... Wow, they actually really go into detail about that. It's like 4 pages on that card. I just read the snippet, so we'll go with the snippet. Divine Wisdom. Oh, where's the camera? I'm so used to it being on the other side. The goddess Isis stands within a rose garden beneath the ancient caddis. Okay. And the cosmic Orphic egg. Okay, so that's what this is up here. Each is a symbol of unity and our celestial origins to the divine. Isis is the eternal goddess and great magician and a timeless expression of the divine feminine. Oh god, I can't read today. She encourages us to activate and reclaim our sovereign... Oh my goodness. Our power, and helps awaken our individual and collective healing. That's a nice card. I like that. That's a nice one. Moon, how many pages are on her? Wow. There's like 4 on her. And Moonchild is last, standing beneath a crescent moon of the crescent moon of the moon. That was a bit weird. Crescent moon, a Moonchild rests in quiet contemplation, feeling the transition of the phases of the great celestial body. Always in her orbit, pulling at her emotions and pushing her in creative directions. She knows she is deeply in tune with the shimmering light. So, if you know your moon chart, I presume that card will make sense, but it also represents connection, abundance, and manifestation. That's another snippet. The other ones were kind of self-explanatory. That was just kind of like a bit of a spiel. So that's an interesting extra cards. They're really interesting. The cards themselves, before we do get in to the minors, again, I'm going to just compare them to an oracle deck here, which is another Danielle Noel one. Let's just get this one here. They're slightly they're just a tiny bit taller, I feel, but they're about the same, and they're a little bit thinner, like width-wise. So that's nice. I just wanted to see what they were like compared to her oracle decks. So now let's get into the minors, because they're probably all waiting. Why are you taking so long? So we have the Ace of Pentacles. We start with the Pentacles, which is an interesting one to start off with. Normally the Pentacles are last in most of the tarot decks I buy. Two of Pentacles. Wow, that's an interesting one. She's not juggling. It's like she's nearly balanced, and there's the two Pentacles in the middle. Three of Pentacles. That makes sense. Partying, having time with your friends. Four of Pentacles. That's being clingy with your money. She has her hands on her neck going, I can't spend any money. I need to spend it on the necessities, not the things I want. So, interesting. Oh, Five of Pentacles. Sorry, I had to look at her face. She was very pretty. But that's all about being poor. That's like usually the one where there's a stained glass window and the poor people are outside. That's that one, yeah. Six of Pentacles. Ready to be generous and give back. It looks like you're giving back the good fortune to those who've done you wrong, in a way. Like she's meditating rather than handing out money like there would be in a Rider-Waite. Very nice. Seven of Pentacles. Can't remember which one that was, because the Eight of Pentacles is working really hard. Seven. Oh my goodness. Oh, very pretty card though. I love how there's two girls in the background just like fading away. Seven of Pentacles. That's really doing my head in now. I hate that when you go, oh yeah, I know this. No. One just slips away. You're prepared to put your heart. Oh! It's the seven. I know it is. The one you're prepared to put your hard work. Oh yeah. It's the one where there's a plant and you're about to harvest, but you're not really. Jesus. Eight of Pentacles is where their guy is just hammering away at them, going round and round, pinning them up on the wall constantly. This makes sense. You are working on each pentacle as you go through the path, so that probably makes perfect sense, to be honest. I'm comparing it to a Rider-Waite Smith because that's just what it is. I feel like it's pages, so it's not princesses or princes in this. It's not a Thoth deck. Nine of Pentacles. She's dancing and basking in her little outside her garden, like, look at all my work. I'm so happy. My flowers are blooming. I have money. Fa la 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 la. That's literally what she's doing. I love it. Oh, this deck. I've waited so long for this. Like, to have the money to do it. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. Perfect. I like how it's the kind of Stonehenge. Or is it Stone? Yeah, it is Stonehenge. It's just Stonehenge. I love that because that's where our origins are. It's where we all began somehow. We all came from ancient civilizations, so it makes sense. Your home, your family, money in abundance. Do you mind not doing your gardening right now? My goodness, you just hear the mower. I was like, please stop. Page of Pentacles. Like a young person here. You can't really tell if it's male or female because it's like a silhouette. But that's fine. Doesn't really matter if it's male or female. Yeah, they're reaching for the coin and going, they want to learn how to become a business owner, they want to learn things about the business, they want to learn about their future. Makes sense. Knight of Pentacles. Interesting Knight of Pentacles. There's no horse. But then again, he's not the one that stays still, doesn't move. He's admiring his, look at this, I have a tapestry for you, milady. I bought it with my own money. I work really hard. Do you like it? But he's taken his time because he's worked hard. He goes, nothing can happen to me. It's fine. Queen of Pentacles. I like her. She's really pretty. She's very content and tranquil. I like her. Very pretty. I don't know why. I just feel like, oh, I'm drawn to her. And usually I'm drawn to the Queen of Cups. Come here, King of Pentacles. Very young. For a King of Pentacles, he's quite young. That's the first thing I picked up, was he's very young. But it's lovely though. I love it. Very Jonas Brother looking. Swords. So I have the Ace of Swords. The colours on this. I love how no matter what sword suit it is, there's always some sort of grey in it, like a grey tone to it. Oh wow, this Two of Swords. Wow, she did. Wow. Normally that's crisscrossed over the lady and she's blindfolded, but she's like, I can grab these before you attack me. I'm gonna protect myself by attacking you. So that's a new way of putting the Two of Swords. It looks like she wants to fight rather than, you know, sit idle and wait. Wow, that's a really pretty Three of Swords. Normally, like, unlike the, what's it called? Unlike the Terror of the Illuminati, which is like an anatomical heart being stabbed, or any of the Rider-Waite style decks, it's a heart, like just an ordinary cartoon heart being stabbed. This one's actually quite nice. That it looks like a potion kind of thing, or those purple heart medals being stabbed. But it's not. It's a very peaceful looking one. I know, but the meaning of it is just means like you're being pulled in different ways, kind of thing, or to give or take the scenario of the question, like, you know. So lovers, love triangles, and all that stuff, or career. You know, it's interesting. Four of Swords. I love her art style, so if I don't say anything, I'm just like, oh, I'm happy with it. I don't really have anything to say about it, because, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, she's resting, she's meditating. She has a sword down here. It's very, very straightforward. Yeah, this is Five of Swords. Let's see. Yeah, this is usually where you're knackered after a battle, and she's like seeing the dead animal there. She's like, I have to pick up all these swords and make my journey home at the same time. So she's quite tired from this victory. Like, it was a hard battle. Wow, this one's very Wicca. I don't know why I got a Wicca feeling off this card. She's looks like she feels victorious. Obviously, that's what the Six of Swords is like feeling victorious after a battle. But yeah. I was like, where's the Sixth Sword? It's there on her neck. She's there. Like, wow. I was like, where's that Sixth Sword? Oh, that's really interesting. I don't know how, I'm speechless by that. Seven of Swords. This is where you're always looking behind of what you've accomplished and not looking forward. So she looks like she's mournful of all the things she's achieved, but she doesn't know where she's going, so she's in like this desert of the unknown. I like it. I love it. Very, very straightforward. Eight of Swords. It's really pretty. I'm just going to speed through this because I have to do another deck as well. Nine of Swords. That's usually when you can't... Yeah, that's when you're up awake at night and it's all about not being able to sleep. It's the one where the person's in the bed and the swords are above them. Whoa, that's 10 of Swords. That's insane. Like, you see the swords behind her, but you don't know if they're stabbing her or anything. She just feels them there. But I love her face. Like, she looks like she's just like, I'll just bear it. It'll go away soon. Page of Swords. I like that purple dress. Jesus. Wow. That's an interesting Knight of Swords. I don't know why there's 3 faded on the side of them. Very interesting. I'm gonna look that up now afterwards. Queen of Swords. I like how she's in chainmail. That makes sense because she's the one that would fight for you, and like she doesn't take any BS. Doesn't take any BS. King of Swords. His hair is made of chainmail. I was like, he thinks with his head more than his heart, so that makes sense why he's protecting his head more than anything else with the chainmail there. Whereas the Queen protected everywhere. Wands. Ace of Wands. 2 of Wands. Wow, this 2 of Wands. Where are they? I was like, where are they? I thought they were pillars. Just waiting for that choice to come in. The world is there on her hand. Very pretty. 3 of Wands. Waiting for the ship to come in. And this, I love how there's a second person here going, here, take my hand. Like she's trying to control her wild hair and wait for that ship. She goes, no, take my hand and we'll do it together and I'll wait with you. So I like that. It's a very pretty card. 4 of Wands, celebration of marriage and fertility and parties and stuff. I like it. It's nice. Ooh, just went boom, black. I don't know why. I love when there's like a change in the theme of colours. 5 of Wands. That's about like sparring. But I like how there's like this kind of sisterhood vibe. And the eye of, I think it's Jupiter. That's like a Jupiter's eye or Saturn's eye. Looking down at them. Going, oi. Don't you dare be squabbling. 6 of Wands. That's being victorious and coming out of it, a new person. Moving on from the fight. Or the negativity. 7 of Wands. 8 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Makes sense, she's protecting her inner temple. When the 9 Wands are there, she's protecting it. Oh wow, this is an interesting 10 of Wands. Whoop. She's just looking up at the difficult path, like up ahead here, because normally they go up a hill with the wands. But she could go down and around, be longer, but be safer. But then again, this could be quicker, and then she carries the wands. It's her position that's really getting me. I'm like, wow, that's really interesting. Oh, it's about to rain. I might close the window after this. So we have the Page of Wands. Wow, she's bringing you a gift. Like, that's usually what the Page of Wands means. It's bringing good news, good fortune, all that stuff. Which is lovely. Very straightforward. I'm going to keep saying very straightforward, because if they're straightforward, they're straightforward. You can't really explain anything after that. Knight of Wands. Oh, there's 2 of them. I like that. He's like... He's a doer. He's the one that goes and does the bidding of the Queen, and... You know, he's the one that has the game plan. He has the strategy to defeat the enemy, to do the messages and all that stuff for the Queen and King. Here's the Queen of Wands. I love this tropical colour to her. She's really nice. Now, I noticed that, you know, she doesn't look that old, not older than the rest of them, but this kind of lining or this effect on her hair makes her look older, so she's wise. She's been there, she's had her fun, she's done the work. She's like, I'm just gonna sit here and, like, give you the advice of what I need to give you, depending on the question, of course. Wow, this King of Wands. I like that. Like how he's African. I just love that. It's very natural. It's very normal. It's very normal. That's a bad word to use, I'm sorry. He's very natural and just... Like, he feels comfortable in his own skin. He doesn't care what people think. Like, who cares? Like, you know, and it's nice to see a mixed couple, if that makes sense. Rather than just going, oh, make them all white people, whatever. It's just nice to see that once in a while, guys, come on, like anyone who's making a deck, good job, like Danielle, for doing this, like putting diversity in a deck. So we have the Ace of Cups. That's actually a really pretty cup. It's like a chalice. It's a very fancy chalice. I've been staring at that for ages. Two of Cups. They're bonding, going up the stairs and into the universe, bonding together as a into the universe together. Three of Cups. Hey, party time. Wait a minute. Yeah, no. Friendship, all that stuff. Sisters, having a fun time on the beach. Sisterhood and all that stuff. Four of Cups. Very straightforward, yeah. Four of Cups is where you're... this is all about... Because sometimes people go, oh, it's the whiny card, like what I do. And you're whining that the three cups are tippled over and someone's offering you help. Or they're empty or something. Where this also could mean, like... It's a time to just go sit and think about what you want. What you want these cups to be filled with, in a way. So that's another way of putting it, rather than going, oh, wine. Five of Cups. You are disappointed in this path you've come on. You've knocked over one on the way, and you're in it coming into the desert of the unknown kind of thing. So that's really pretty. That's really nice. Six of Cups. This is where... Oh my god, I hate when your mind... Like, you're on the roll, and then your mind goes blank when you think of that one card. If you feel... You're filled with happy memories. Oh, nostalgia. Yeah, this is the one where there's two kids handing each other a cup. That's what it was. My brain just blanked for a second there. But yeah, so that's all nostalgia. She's looking on her past. She's looking at where she's come from. You can see like the Stonehenge kind of place there. She's like, wow, look how far we've come as humans. We came from finding out like druids and stuff to like a civilization, and it's nice. It's that kind of nostalgia, I feel. Seven of Cups. Making a choice. Seven of Cups, making a choice. Pick a cup, and that's your choice. So you have a very important choice to make. Eight of Cups. This is walking away from something. Oh, there she is. I was like, where's the lady? She's right there, like really blended in. She's like running away, following the she's following the cups to a new outcome rather than going back to where she came from, kind of thing. So yeah, 9 of Cups. But there's two stuck together. That's a really pretty 9 of Cups. She's like, look at all of my stuff I've achieved. That's amazing. Do you know? 10 of Cups. You know, just very, it's straightforward. It's all about family and reunion. Like those two are like enjoying themselves together, basking in all their wealth and happiness. So it's nice. Page of Cups. I like this. It's like, they never really explain the Page of Cups in other tarot cards really well. This explains it. Like, you're going into the unknown of, like, this is a sea and there's a moon, and she's like, oh, I need to go on this journey to find out who I am emotionally and find out who I am, you know, through my emotions rather than through my work and stuff. So that kind of makes sense. Like, she goes into this other realm and makes it her challenge to overcome. Knight of Cups. Very alluring, and I love how it's a female knight. When there's a female knight, I always go, that's nice. I like that. Give some respect to Brienne of Tarth there from Game of Thrones, like, good lord. But like, yeah, like, she's very alluring. She's very like, oh, that's a nice thing to look at. And then, you know, they're very alluring. They're supposed to be alluring. This Queen of Cups now. Can we talk about her? I love this blue. I love this pink. And you can see she's very soft compared to the Queen of Swords, who was covered in chainmail. She's very soft and like she's covered in lace, and she's so gentle and kind. You can get that from the colours as well. And then the King of Cups, you can see he's a very soft, gentle person. by just looking at him. And there's like anatomical hearts here, so he thinks with his heart rather than his head, going, I must care for my people rather than fight a war. So yeah, so that is the Moonchild tarot. That was a journey. We're on, wow, nearly 40 minutes. Holy crap. Shuffle's just the same as the Work Your Light tarot. I'm gonna leave that there because that has gone on so long. The box as well, sturdy as hell. Like, I've never seen such a sturdy box. Anyway, I will leave that there, guys, and I will see you all very soon.